But what really football can do is also just be an elevation for the community and the state. And so it's so great to honor, we honor the military on a regular basis, and now in this game honoring the great volunteers and the heroes of our state. It's just a great platform to celebrate everything other than football, in addition to football.
Now, without mentioning names, unless you want to, Iowa won last week. We talked to you before the game. Now they sit at 7 wins. How many bowls are we down to where Iowa will definitely be going? 1, 2, or 3? Or
yeah, probably 3 or 4 at the most, but likely a couple 3. It depends really on what we do, but it also depends on what happens above us. You know, what happens with, it's really Ohio State, Michigan, and Penn State. And after that, it's a big clump of programs. But we're in a really good position. The bowl directors, I've been on the phone with them this past week. I never like to say it because then somebody will go out and get a hotel room. If we don't go there, they'll be mad at us. There's a few up kind of in the upper third to the middle that look like a high possibility. Wherever we go, as Kirk has, speaking of attributing things to Bill Brazier, who we're celebrating today.
Yes.
I think it was Bill said, there's no such thing as a bad bowl, but some are just better than others. So
that's a good point. We got a new reason to hate Gary, but not hate. Just like Gary Barta. I never thought about that.
Yeah, I don't want to mention where we might be going because then someone will make the plans based on it.
Well, let's get Indianapolis and
hotel reservation.
How about we back up and let's find a way to win today, and we'll figure out what's
today, and you're in the top 4.
There you go.
That's pretty good.
There you go.
Thanks for stopping by all year.
Thanks, guys. Have a great day.
Happy holidays to Gary Barta and the Iowa Athletic Department. And we'll be back here shortly with his keys to the game. This is the Wiffle's Hybrids Hawkeye Huddle. When it comes to selecting your seed corn partner, you've got a choice to make. At Wiffle's Hybrids, we've made a choice too. A choice to remain independent. A choice to remain family-owned. A choice to stay American. So when it's time for you to make your choice, make a statement. Plant your independence. Plant Wiffles. Don't make any hotel reservations for any of your friends. And we don't go to that bowl, they'll hate you.
Well, you know what is really interesting about this game, besides the rivalry, is neither one of these states have a pro program, basketball or football.
Good point.
So that makes this game really larger than life for most Hawkeye fans and Nebraska fans.
We'll continue to break down personnel over the next hour on the Wiffle's Hybrids Hawkeye Huddle. This is Hawkeye football from Learfield.
It's the Ford Shine Bright sales event. On Ford, you can be a light for others this holiday season. Right now, get special offers on select Ford trucks and SUVs. Come in and choose a vehicle in stock. Or simply place a custom order, lock in your rate, and you're protected. Hurry in to your local Ford dealer today and find the Ford vehicle that helps you shine bright all season long. Other models, trim, or features may be available or may be subject to change. Hi, Gary. My Game Day apparel features the premium Authentic brand label. Authentic brand products are preferred by national brands and should be your gear of choice too. Insist on the Authentic brand label from your supplier for your next purchase. Or visit authentic-brand.com and find an authorized distributor near you.
Even the simplest act can set a chain of good in motion, like choosing Delta Dental of Iowa for your dental and vision insurance. Because we invest in your community. So whether you get your plan at work or purchase it through us, you make a difference for others. SharingHealthySmiles.com and choose Delta Dental for your smile, for your health, and for your community.
Stop in and visit Hyatt Regency Coralville Hotel and Conference Center, located in the heart of Iowa River Landing. It's within walking distance to Extreme Arena, home of the Iowa Hawkeye volleyball team, as well as some great restaurants, shopping, and scenic walking trails along the Iowa River. Hyatt Regency Coralville is also the home of the Hawk Talk with Friends free radio show. Come find your place at Hyatt Regency, where we care for people so they can be their best.
Hey Hawkeyes fans, it's time to gear up for the season, so let's do it right. Jerseys, hats, hoodies, and
Iowa. Visit our fan shop online or in-store for the biggest and best brands in the game. You'll find the right gear to level up your team spirit with all the essentials for your pre-game parking lot party. Shields, proud partner of Iowa Athletics and football fans everywhere. The Thanksgiving menu is loaded with Hawkeye athletics for this weekend. Got basketball tonight. The Hawks are in Florida. The Hawkeye men are in Florida at the Emerald Classic. Iowa will take out Clemson at 6 o'clock this evening and then play either Cal or TCU tomorrow. The Hawkeye women are 4-1 and play in the Portland area this weekend at the Phil Knight Legacy Classic. Oregon State this evening, then either Duke or powerful Connecticut on Sunday. The Hawkeye wrestlers, ranked number 2, will entertain 21st rated team tomorrow afternoon at Carver Hawkeye Arena. Time now for the Hawkeye Historical Winning Moment, brought to you by the Riverside Casino and Golf Resort, home of the Draft Day Sports Lounge, a luxury hotel and spa, 5 restaurants, and more, just minutes south of Iowa City. It was 2 years ago Spencer Peters connected on 18 of 30 passes for 193 yards and a touchdown. Sam had a 5-catch day, and the Hawks outlasted Nebraska 26-20 on November 27th, 2020. Keith Duncan had a couple of clutch field goals in that game. Terry Roberts and Zach Van Valkenburg recovered fumbles to secure the win. Duncan's kick will come from the 22. 32-yard field goal try, and it's right through. Iowa draws first blood. The Hawkeyes are on the board. Empty backfield, throwing down. McCaffrey fumbles the snap and picks it up, and he's sacked. He's sacked. It's a really good time to call a red dog, a linebacker blitz. And Sioux Falls, Seth Benson got him on the ground. And they got a tight eye. This is typically a running play. Sergeant on a cutback. Touchdown. Touchdown, Iowa. He stopped on a dime, snapped the ankles of the defensive tackle, and ran right by him.
Boy, he's a tremendous player inside the 10-yard line.
Keith Duncan for the lead. We were tied at halftime at 13. It's 2020 right now, and Duncan, sure-legged Keith Duncan will try and give Iowa the lead back. Here's the snap, the spot, the kick is right through, right down central. It's the Hawks in front, 23. Here's the snap, and he sends it the other way, a high hanging end over end. But the touched and fumbled. The ball's loose, and the Hawks have it. Cam Taylor-Britt couldn't handle the punt, and special teams does it again for the Hawkeyes. Martinez, the ball's loose, and Iowa has it. The Hawkeyes have it. He was hit by Chauncey Golston, and the ball recovered by Zach Van Valkenburg. The Hawkeyes extended their win streak to 4 games, improved to 4-2 in 2020, and that would make 6 years in a row Iowa has defeated the Nebraska Cornhuskers. So Hawkeye Historical Winning Moment, courtesy of Riverside Casino and Golf Resort. This is the Wiffle's Hybrids Hawkeye Huddle. When it comes to selecting your seed corn partner, you've got a choice for them. Wiffle's Hybrids, we made a choice too. A choice to remain independent. A choice to remain farm family owned. A choice to stay American. So when it's time for you to make your choice, make a statement. Plant your independence. Plant Wiffles. Up next, we'll hear from Iowa Athletic Director Gary Barta. This is Hawkeye football from the...
Oh, you know that old injury of yours, the one in your knee or maybe back? Instead of going to the doctor and then doing physical therapy, why not start with therapy first? Athletico Physical Therapy is changing the whole healing process around. Their physical therapists will find the source of your pain and help fix it. Start with them and start living pain-free. Just like that.
It all starts with Athletico Physical Therapy. Schedule your free assessment at athletico.com. No prescription needed. Proud partner of the Iowa Hawkeyes.
Bodensteiner Implement is your local John Deere dealer with 10 locations in eastern Iowa to serve your team. Check out their website, BODIMP.com, for great deals on equipment for on and off the field. From turf equipment to agriculture and compact construction equipment, they have solutions for every job. Nothing runs like a Deere, so score your touchdown at Bodensteiner Implement Company.
When you're in the eastern Iowa area, be sure to visit and connect with the official local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes. The Hotel at Kirkwood Center, Iowa's premier luxury hotel, the Jill Armstrong Team, Wisconsin Realty, the area's premier realtor, and Options Exteriors, your preferred local roofing and exterior company. Jill Armstrong and her team strive to make every buyer and seller at ease. ease with your real estate process. Contact the Joe Armstrong team with Scottman Realty for all of your real estate needs. Call 319-631-5455.
Small businesses across Iowa are continuing to show up for you. They're adapting, they're doing it. They're keeping their doors and their hearts open to assist their employees and serve their customers, just like they always have. Small businesses are the backbone of Iowa's communities, and they're backed by Iowa banks. With helpful advice, affordable loans, and essential financial services, banks across Iowa are showing small businesses the way to a stronger tomorrow. Learn more at iowabankers.com.
This is the Wiffle's Hybrids Hawkeye Huddle. Wiffle's Hybrids, the fastest growing seed corn company in the Central Corn Belt. This is Hawkeye football from Learfield.
It's the holidays. Yay! Aunt Martha looking at your golden oak cabinets again this year. You know those golden oak cabinets that came out in the 80s? Everywhere you turn, there's golden oak in your kitchen. Cabinet RX understands that you need something new for your holiday gatherings this year. Lucky for you, we can help you before Aunt Martha comes.
I've been doing this for years, bringing beauty to your cabinets.
Go to cabinetrx.net today. The doctor is in.
This holiday at Metro by T-Mobile, get a free 5G tablet for the whole family. Wait, is that Louis Fonzie? Enjoy a free 5G tablet for rebate with unlimited HD when you add a tablet line for only $30. Only at Metro. If congested, customers using greater than 35 gigabytes per month may notice reduced speeds, plus tax fee and rebate on virtual prepaid MasterCard after third monthly payment. See store for details.
Hawkeye football is sponsored by the Hazy Hideaway on 100.7 The Fox.
Iowa and Nebraska will battle for the Heroes Trophy this afternoon when they hit the field here at Kinnick Stadium. The Heroes game is the annual trophy between the Huskers and the Hawkeyes, and the game is sponsored by Shields. On deck is Nebraska interim head coach Mickey Joseph. Iowa Corn, the Iowa Corn Cyhawk Series, is all about celebrating our student athletes as well as our state's corn farmers. Just like the Hawkeyes work hard all year to get ready for the season, so do Iowa's corn farmers, growing a crop used in over 4,000 products. That's a win for all Iowans. Today's game is sponsored by Senex, proud to celebrate University of Iowa football. Fuel your family with your favorite snacks from your local Senex station. Hawkeye Pride, powered locally. Nebraska comes to Iowa City 3-8, 2-6 in Big Ten games, and half of those 8 losses have been one-score affairs, including last Saturday's 15-14 defeat to Wisconsin. Interim coach Mickey Joseph took over for Scott Frost back on September 11th. He guided Nebraska to back-to-back victories, but since then, Big Red has lost 5 straight. The one-time Nebraska quarterback says his team wants to finish on a high note.
We got one mission left, one game, and I expect and I know our boys will come out and give full effort this last game. A lot of pride. Last game playing with some of their brothers, so I expect them to come out and play tough and be resilient through the whole game.
Joseph feels Iowa's offensive look similar to other West Division foes.
I think this side of the conference is similar. I think that you're going to see big linemen, you're going to see they're going to run the ball and manage the clock and play good defense.
According to Joseph, Iowa's defense is representative of the entire team.
If you look at the starting page, there's not one transfer here. So they all have been raised through the program, but what I've been saying in these press conferences, you got to keep them in a program. That coach has kept them in a program, so those kids get in the system 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, and they hadn't changed the system. So that's why it makes a good defense, because they don't make mistakes. They line up right, and they don't bust coverages, they don't miss gaps, they don't make mistakes.
Mickey Joseph has 3 decades of coaching experience, including at LSU, Tulane, and Grambling, and he's picked up valuable pointers at every stop.
I learned to stay off of Twitter. That's the first thing I learned. Okay. Second, I learned, that you have to adapt to the conference, and your team's got to kind of look like the team that you play every week, and you have to surround yourself with people that understand a see it through your eyes and see it from the balcony, not the basement. You understand what I'm saying? It's not hard, but just one of the things. I had learning ups and downs of a head coach. Everybody say when your head coach is lonely. Well, I really don't get lonely because everybody's tugging at you. So you really don't get lonely. You're lonely because you want to be lonely. You know, and I'm not that type of person. And I was able to do it my way. I was able to keep it real. Not one time did I say, next question to you guys. Not that I'm being respectful to you guys. So, and that's the way I was raised. And that's where I've always been. So I really enjoyed this.
Prior to his promotion, Joseph was associate head coach of the Huskers. He knows his players well. He feels they've improved in a number of areas.
They're a better team. They're a more confident team. They're going to have a lot of wins. But I think they're better people right now. I think they can see the growth in themselves, and I can see the growth in them. And I think that they know that something you can build something, and they know we're a couple of pieces away because we don't play some close games. And when we come back on Sunday, we identify what happened. So we know we're a couple of pieces away that we can get up in there to help us get over that hump.
That's Nebraska interim head coach Mickey Joseph. Word is he will be kept on in Lincoln if he's not named the permanent head coach. We shall see. All the best to Coach Joseph going forward as the Hawks and the Huskers fight for the Heroes Trophy for the 12th consecutive season. This day, Iowa's won the past 7 meetings in the series. This will be Nebraska's 33rd straight Black Friday. Hawk fans, experience your home away from home. Coralville's finest all-suite hotels this holiday. Homewood Suites and Homewood Suites by Hilton. Each offer guest spacious suites, complimentary breakfast, 24-hour fitness center, pool, hot tub, guest laundry, and convenient locations. Let their warm and friendly staff take care of you and your family when you visit Hawkeye Country. I speak from experience. Stay where Pody and I stay at the Homewood Suites and Home 2 Suites by Hilton. The University of Iowa Sports Medicine Injury Update is coming up next. You're listening to the Wiffle's Hybrids Hawkeye Huddle. This is Hawkeye Football from Learfield.
The best beers are the ones shared with friends. Gather yours and join the fun with Travel Leaders Destination Unlimited and their 23 Oktoberfest and Bohemian Adventure. Go on a trolley beer crawl in Prague, raft a river, climb a mountain, and celebrate in Munich's Oktoberfest. Learn more at duagency.com.
Time to redo this basement?
Yeah, a home gym, movie theater, model train utopia.
Or yoga studio?
I'm flexible-ish.
Great. I'll just use the US Bank mobile app so we can plan it out.
Which way are you leaning? Setting a savings goal or applying for a home improvement loan?
I say we look at both options.
Budget for a really good home gym. We deserve it.
Noted. Help for today, planning for tomorrow. That's what US Bank is for. US Bank. We'll get there together. Equal housing lender member FDIC.
The Iowa Hawkeyes are officially bowl eligible. Travel Leaders Destinations Unlimited is proud to be the official bowl game travel partner for the University of Iowa, with upcoming travel information available soon. Enter your email now at HawkeyeSports.com/Bowl Central and be the first to receive information when the bowl game is announced. Various options will be available, so make sure you get on the list to find out. HawkeyeSports.com/Bowl Central. Go Hawks!
Yeah, there's nothing like pork chops sizzling on the grill. Hi, I'm Lori Johns. I'll bet like me, you love to eat pork. But what do you know about pig farming and how animals are raised, or how farmers work to improve their health and the impact on the environment? Join me for Chop Talk, a podcast where we'll meet the people who raise pig and learn how the challenges they face affect us all. It's not just bacon, it's Chop Talk. Listen on iowapork.org or your favorite podcast app.
Reducing energy usage sounds good. Saving money sounds really good. Mid-American Energy helps you do both. Find tips, rebates, and programs for your home or business on our website. It's just another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
This is the Wiffle's Hybrids Hawkeye Huddle. Wiffle's Hybrids, the fastest growing seed corn company in the Central Corn Belt. This is Hawkeye Football from Learfield.
He had this theory that it was better to create repeat customers than to aggressively advertise for new ones all the time. It was 1972 when we started.
Help us celebrate 50 years with Castle Motors. November is Return Customer Month. Prices and special sales will be offered all year long. You can hear more about the man in the trunk at CastleMotors.com. the best prices at Fleet Farm Super Saturday and Sunday Sale. Doors open 7 a.m. Saturday. Find red hot deals and crazy low prices on sporting goods, power sports, pet food, Christmas decor, apparel, power equipment, and so much more. And you'll get the guaranteed lowest prices thanks to Fleet Farm's Price Match Guarantee. Miss out on the lowest prices and can't miss deals of the season at Fleet Farm Super Saturday and Sunday Sale. Back to Iowa football on 100.7 The Fox.
And welcome to the Iowa sideline, right at the 25, Rob Brooks. And this is the University of Iowa Sports Medicine Injury Update. Dr. Brian Wolf. And Dr. Wolf will talk about ankles, regular ankle sprains and high ankle sprains. First of all, what's the difference?
Well, your regular or low ankle sprain is kind of the most common thing we see. That's where your ankle kind of rolls in. I mean, you see it a lot in basketball when people land on their ankle. Those are where you strain some ligaments. Usually get pretty swollen and even can look pretty nasty, black and blue. But those are also pretty quick to heal and recover. So those we get movement going right away, treatment, taping. And hopefully within a few days to maybe a week or two, those athletes are kind of turning the corner. And a lot of times you retape it if it happens during a contest. Got a lot in basketball where, hey, we'll try to retape it and see if you can go. Right, if the athlete is wearing a taping job, that will stretch a little bit during the game and they'll retape it, or if they're bracing, try to tighten things up, or do both, quite honestly. But there are things that you can do with that they usually will respond pretty quickly to. And high ankle sprains, obviously, more serious and sometimes require surgery. Yeah, interesting. High ankle sprain, that term kind of came from Iowa back in the early 80s. And it sounds simple. Yeah. Well, it's just a different mechanism. The foot, instead of going in, typically goes out, and they stress the ligaments that are kind of between the two bones of the shin and the ankle, the tibia and the fibula. And, those are less predictable. They're usually harder to come back from. And, we have even started to get more aggressive. There's more advanced imaging, MRIs and things that are done. And we try to get a prognosis. If it looks like it's a bad one, that could even be a surgical thing. You'll hear about some of the athletes and other college and pro athletes having surgery. And the reason being is that surgery in those severe cases is a little bit more predictable for you.
All right, great to have you back.
Thanks for being back.
Dr. Brian Wolf, the University of Iowa Sports Medicine Injury Update. And for the Hawkeyes, of course, a couple of key offensive players got hurt last week in Minnesota. Will not play today. That includes tight end Sam Laporta. Has a chance next week. And also fullback Monty Potapon out with leg injuries. Back today is offensive lineman Bo Stevens. He is available for the Hawkeyes along that offensive line. It's now time for today's field condition report, brought to you by your Iowa Kubota dealers like Raider Outdoor Power in Dubuque. Well, a perfect afternoon on this Black Friday for football and the final time this season here at Kinnick Stadium. Field turf is cleaned and ready to go. Duke Slater Field logo painted in gold between the 20 and 30-yard lines, and also the Big Ten logo on the opposite 20 and 30-yard lines. The north end zone painted in black with gold Iowa from left to right, and the south end zone also painted in black with the gold Hawkeyes from left to right. Black Tiger that midfield trimmed in gold, and of course, soon the seniors will run out to midfield for the final time. This is the season finale, the Hawkeyes and Nebraska. And it's also time to save on the versatile Kubota M7 tractor, rated #1 in durability and owner experience. Get the Kubota M7 tractor for 0 down and 0 APR for 60 months, plus 8,000 loyalty cash reward now through the end of the year, December 31st. See your local dealer or go to KubotaUSA.com to experience the power of Kubota. Visit Kunow Implement in DeWitt. Up next, Gary chats with Hawkeye head coach Kirk Ferentz. This is the Wiffle's Hybrids Hawkeye Huddle, and this is Hawkeye football from their field.
US Cellular has always believed that connection is the greatest gift of all. That's why we're offering any phone, any brand, any storage for free for everyone, new and current customers. Plus, our price protection guarantee means your rates won't go up. Because locally run connection is the gift that keeps on giving. Visit us in-store or online to get any phone, any brand, any storage free today. U.S. Cellular, locally grown connection. Limited time offer, terms apply. Visit uscellular.com for details.
We all love a good win. Catching up with friends, saving money at the pump, soaking up the perfect Iowa day, sitting down to a really good meal. These are the everyday delights that make us smile. These are the moments that connect us all to Iowans. And these are the wins that, more often than not, start with Iowa's farm families and the crop they're growing. Because when corn grows Iowa, Iowans win. Learn more about how to share your own wins at iowacorn.org/Iowans win.
When you buy your own health insurance, you deserve a doctor who's your biggest champion and coverage you can be confident in. And with new Wellmark health insurance plans featuring Unity Point Health, that's what you can expect. These plans help you build a relationship with your Unity Point Health primary care providers and network partners, starting with free preventive and virtual care, plus low copays for primary care with a doctor who always has your back. Connect with an agent to help you enroll at wellmark.com/UPH.
Hawk fans, stop in and visit Hyatt Regency Coralville Hotel and Conference Center, located in the heart of Iowa River Landing. It's within walking distance to Extreme Arena, home of the Iowa Hawkeye volleyball team, as well as some great restaurants, shopping, and scenic walking trails along the Iowa River. Hyatt Regency Coralville is also the home of the Hawk Talk with Brand McCaffrey radio show. Come find your place at Hyatt Regency, where we care for people so they can be their best.
This is the Wiffle's Hybrids Hawkeye Huddle. Wiffle's Hybrids, the fastest growing seed company in the Central Corn Belt. This is Hawkeye football from Learfield.
On the podcast, Rewives with Bethany Frankel, join Bethany along with unexpected thought leaders and her celebrity friends to rehash, revisit, and rewatch the most iconic episodes of The Housewives from all your favorite cities.
This season, I sit down with Elizabeth Moss, Kevin Nealon, Susie Orman, Griffin Johnson, and more. You think that there isn't much to learn from flipping tables and yanking wigs, but that's where you're wrong.
Listen to Rewives with Bethany Frankel on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hi, this is Patrick Eads, owner of Ford in Iowa City. Let me tell you why right now is an absolute great time to buy a new Ford. Custom order the exact vehicle you want, from interior and a full range of equipment content. Your vehicle, your way. Plus, with an unusually high used car market, trading values no more than we've ever seen before. Stop by at Highway 1 in Mormon Track, Iowa, or visit us at DearyFord.com. Your home for Iowa football is 100.7 on Fox.
We're back at Kennett Stadium in Iowa City with the Hawkeyes and the Huskers are getting ready to roll out the Shields Heroes game. We'll hear from Hawkeye head football coach Kirk Ferentz in just a minute. Shelter Insurance is for your auto, home, and life. Visit a local agent or find us on the web at shelterinsurance.com. We're your shield. We're your shoulder. One continually winding roads and highways through a season complete with detours and potholes. The Hawkeyes have had just that. Yet here they are in position to win the West Division. That bus has been driven by Kirk Ferentz all season long. I asked the coach what he's viewed through the windshield from Labor Day to Thanksgiving, and can he put it into a paragraph? His response was, nothing's been easy.
Yeah, interesting. You know, we had some injury issues, especially offensively, that we got off to a slow start. Had a couple 3-point losses, which is always, you know, disappointing, and you don't want to lose to anybody. And then the next two losses were to two teams that, you know, were legitimate top 5 teams. I think it's been proven out. You know, nobody really knows in October, but it sure felt that way and looked that way after we played both those teams. That they were really stellar teams. So. You know, but after that fourth loss, it was just a matter of, you know, we regrouped, and our encouragement as coaches was to, you know, we got a 5-game schedule left, and that's why they scheduled 12. You play them all. So, you know, our encouragement is just let's see what kind of improvement we can make. Let's keep pushing and take it a week at a time and see where it goes. The cliches are still around for a reason, and that's really what the team has done a great job with. It was just focusing on what's in front of us, and you know, we've been fortunate. We won 4 games, and now we know the challenger today.
27 seniors this senior day, Kirk, with the extra year due to COVID, all the senior classes have, members of the senior class have special stories. This was extra special given what they've had to endure, whether it's a medical hardship, but primarily COVID. 27 is probably the biggest number you've had.
The 27 seniors, it is a big number, really big number. Whether it's class of 27 or 15, a couple commonalities. They all, to your point, everybody's got a good story, a unique story. And they've had different paths, but to finish this race, it's really difficult to be a college athlete at this level. The time commitment, the physical commitment, and then, you know, our program goal number 1 is graduation. That still takes a lot of effort and work, and they also have expectations that a lot of other people on campus don't have. So we've got nothing but great respect for each and every one of them. And to your point, this group in particular had, they had to endure the COVID year too. And you think about games without fans, that was one chapter of that. But games being canceled, 2 of them that year, really weird. And then just the daily testing and just all the things that, not unique to football, but I guess that part would be because not everybody else was testing daily. So that just became part of our lives. And so this group leaves with a really, I think, a different perspective than a lot of the people who played here.
Coach, another one of those seniors, we'd like to talk about all 27, the time won't permit us, but Jack Campbell's a Big Ten Defensive Player of the Week, and rightly so, for his performance at Minnesota. I don't know that I've ever seen a guy just go about his business week to week with as little fanfare.
He's so impressive, and that's part of his, to me, his package. It makes it so impressive is he's just so humble. He's not playing for recognition, I can assure you that. He's just playing to be a good teammate and play as hard as he